Hey everybody, Worm here, the guy that doesn't know what the heck else to talk about. And so I figured today we'd make a two-parter. One video here talking about the things I think Lightfall has done right. And then of course, for the next video, things I think Lightfall did wrong and got very wrong. So yeah, let's get into it. Starting off with what Lightfall did right. Overall, I definitely think that's the big one here is Strand. It's no secret. Strand is a lot of fun. It's very, very good. And I have been having a blast using it. I've only used it on Titan as well, so I look forward to using it on Hunter as well as Warlock. But Strand is something that is just it's refreshing. The grapple grenade is completely refreshing. And this is something that I think every subclass needs is a refreshment. Stasis was a refresher because no longer are we stuck with our light subclasses and just kind of killing things. Now with stasis we got freezing. Well, now we have things like, suspending. We have, the grapple grenade, a whole new way to play triple melees. That's a first ever for Destiny is a triple melee, which is phenomenal. And so I generally think that Strand was done very, very well, and especially at launch, I think that it was fair. It was well tuned. I think that actually, if anything, it could use some slight buffs, just some teeny tiny slight buffs, because it's nowhere near as busted as Stasis was. Now, mind you, I have not been in the Crucible yet, so I don't know how the Crucible is. And one of the reasons I've been avoiding Crucible is because there's apparently the invisible guardian glitch where enemy guardians are just completely invisible. Not hunter invisibility or void invisibility, but like, the game, like they don't load their character in or something. And I don't personally feel like doing that. But again, this is a video talking about what's right, not what's wrong. But yeah, Strand is great. Strand is really, really fun, and I do look forward to using Strand some more. Also, other things I think that Bungie did right. I think Neomuna was definitely done right. The planet itself, very, very unique. A very interesting take. Throughout the world, there are people that are digitally uploaded to the world, and you can encounter them, which is really cool. And every now and then in a combat zone, you'll see two people talking, and when you get close to them, they'll run away from each other and disappear. Almost like it's some kind of like secret meeting or something. But overall, the aesthetic of it, very, very nice. It's something that we have never really had in Destiny. An urban, truly urban, bright neon city kind of feel to it, which is great. It's a good thing that we have that in the game. Other good things, the weapons. I think that the weapons, and this is kind of something that goes with every season, a host of new weapons is always great. And I think that a lot of the weapons I've used thus far are very, very good, and they are stuff that I'll probably incorporate into my arsenal for, weeks and months to come. And these include exotics, the exotic catalyst for, what's it called? Quicksilver Storm, I apologize. The exotic catalyst for Quicksilver Storm changes it to Strand. Very, very neat, but it also gives it, it gives it some other things that synergize with Strand. The new glaive just came out today, which you're watching some background footage of me getting that glaive. But again, very, very unique, and it really fits the whole Void 3.0 vibe, which, if y'all want to see like a weapon review or something, just let me know in the comments and I'll review it and kind of talk about it my own twist. But that weapon, very, very cool. That exotic is very cool. The bow Verglass curve, very cool. That is an incredibly great weapon. It can fit in literally any build, any stasis build, unlike what's called cryothesia, where it doesn't fit with Titan's build as well, because Titans aren't really built for freezing. They're built for making crystals and stuff like that. So I think Verglass Curve is a wonderful exotic, and really I think Bungie once again kind of nailed it with the new weapons. And of course there are returning weapons that also have been updated that we've kind of wanted to see for a long time. So I think that it's great that we got a bunch of new weapons, and new being relative, not like new, reskins as well as new weapons, but the reskins have, a fresh set of perks or weapons that we haven't seen in a very, very long time. So of course, weapons are great. Same thing with armor. The exotic armor pieces are awesome. Okay, I haven't played with the warlocks exotic armors yet, or the hunters, but I have played with the titans, and the titans are phenomenal, especially the Abiant Leap. Those are wonderful, and they go with strands so well. Very fun, very good, very useful exotics for players to have. So again, the exotic armors are great, and I like that Bungie has also stopped and moved away from the whole do lost sectors to get your exotic armors. I don't know, correct me if I'm wrong, maybe you can still get the exotic armor pieces by doing the lost sectors, but I think that there's other ways to get those, which is also a very good thing that Bungie has done with this update. Other good things, you know, the gameplay, they've just made a bunch of UI changes, as well as, you know, HUD changes, stuff like that, that make it feel smoother. You know, we've got new menus, stuff like that. It just feels a little bit better. And they've even, you know, doesn't pertain to Destiny specifically, but rather Bungie's website has also been streamlined and updated to be refreshing. You know, the fire team search, which I use quite a lot, has been redone, and I kind of like the way it's been redone. It's pretty good, but overall, the UI, stuff like that, being overhauled, very good. The mod system as well. I think that the mod system, you know, I know the other day I kind of talked about, you know, it's kind of questionable. I think that as time goes on, the mod system is going to get better and better, because as I play around with the mod system day to day, I am noticing that the builds are getting, you know, better and better. You know, I can use certain things to make my character, you know, do this or do that or boost this or something like that, you know, and it's nice to have that, you know, that refreshing mod system, you know, the refreshing changes and stuff behind it. Other things, and I know that I'm gonna get some flack here, but the Lightfall campaign, I thought was pretty good. You know, it was not as long as Witch Queen. It wasn't as good as Witch Queen, but I didn't think it was bad. I thought the new characters were, for the most part, very good. You know, I thought that Kaito was phenomenal in the Lightfall campaign. Very good. She was great. But the other characters, you know, pretty neat. The idea of what we were doing when we're going to Neomuna was pretty good. And yeah, that's kind of, you know, that's basically it. Oh, one more thing. The commendation system, though I think it's flawed, I think it was a good thing that Bungie added the commendation system. I think it needs a little bit of some kind of a rework to make it better than what it is now, but I definitely think that Bungie is going in the right direction, giving players the ability to commend other players. That way you can kind of track your, you know, like how much people in, you know, how many games you've played, how many people have commended you, all kinds of stuff like that. You know, people can boost your public rating, and for lack of a better term. So I think that was a very good system. And yeah, I think that about covers it for the systems. Again, these are all kind of general things. Like, I'm not going to go into specifically like, oh, you know, Bungie did, you know, this new weapon so perfect, blah 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 blah, or anything like that. But I think that Bungie generally did good with the exotic weapons they added. They did good with the exotic armor they added. And yeah, I think that that's about it. Tomorrow, of course, we will talk about the bad, or the things I did not like about Lightfall, which there are quite a few things that I didn't like. So we'll cover those tomorrow, but let me know what you think in the comments. What do you like about Lightfall? You know, do you think that Bungie did a lot of things right? I know that a lot of people think that Bungie did things wrong, but I want to hear in the comments. I want to hear what you think Bungie did right. And then tomorrow, come back tomorrow, and we'll have a video about what Bungie did wrong, and then you can talk all you want about what do you think Bungie did wrong. But with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, that is it for me. I am the Worm Keeper, and I will catch y'all in the next one. Bye for now.